Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome to episode 3 of Atonement, Sins of the Past by Iskandar. This pack's available on the Curse launcher. And today I'm going to be restarting my world because there was an update to the pack. I'm on 0.2b. This version removes the Electrical Age mod and adds in Flaxbeard's steam power. So it warrants a restart because many of the resources that were spawned in my old world will be cavities in the ground now, and a lot of the items that I had disappeared. So we're going to just do a restart, and this is going to be a new quick start guide. So real quick, before I get into the game, I wanted to point something out. If you happen to have your GUI scale set to auto, this menu may not appear properly on the screen for you. So if you set it to small, medium, or large, it will look appropriate. So I had to do that. And I should already have my volumes and everything adjusted, so let's get started. I'm going to call this 0.2b. Here we go. Alright, first thing you want to do, make sure you get your leather armor on, because that adds your absorption. Those yellow hearts down there above the red hearts. You do not have any natural regeneration, so you're going to want to get that on right away, because your absorption will regenerate, but your red hearts will not. And you want to avoid those things right there. That is a swarm hive, and it'll send out swarms. I'm just going to go the other way. They're kind of nasty and a little bit hard to hit. You want to get lots of wood. There's a few things you want to get the first day. You want to concentrate on getting, let's see, here comes the swarm. I didn't get far enough away. There we go. Got rid of it. Okay. You want to get some saplings. I think you can only get oak saplings in the Tainted biome, so there we go. I already got 3. That's not too bad. So, and you want to make sure you break all the grass that you're walking by, because you need to get, there you go, seeds, and you're going to get some other things. Oh, you also want to put this thing on, the laurel, the golden laurel crown, because that basically is your additional life. So with that, if you do happen to lose all your life, it will restore you to full health and give you a short period of invulnerability. So it's kind of like a second life. And there's the other thing I need to get lots of, which is the Flora Fertilizer. So I got a seed, some Flora Fertilizer. The only other thing that I'm missing off of my surface resources that I want to get on the first day is sand. And then at that point, I just want more of everything. So I definitely want more saplings, lots more wood. I hear something. I like the sound. You can hear the taint creeping sometimes. This stuff right here, the fibrous taint, makes a noise whenever it spreads. And it's kind of creepy. Alright, so I want to possibly find a good cavern system or something to get into once. Ooh, this tree's already started to decay. Eventually the taint and the fibrous taint will overtake all the trees, and there will be no vegetation left on the surface, really. Pretty much at all. So that's why you want to get as much as you can while you can on the first day. That's the primary reason anyway. Oh, there's one other thing. I mentioned sand. Something else that you really, really want to find is some sugar cane. If you can, that's fairly important. So at this point, do I have sand? Nope, I need sand, so here we go. I found the sand. Oh, and there's a swarm coming for me. Nice thing about these, they don't move real fast, at least. Problem with them is it's really hard to hit them without getting hit. And you see that thing that dropped right there? That's tainted goo or whatever. I think that's what it's called. You do not want to have those in your inventory because when they break down, and they'll break down while they're in your inventory, and they will basically taint you and do some damage to you. So you don't want that. So if you do happen to pick those up, you want to try to get them out of your inventory right away. Decent amount of sand already, so I think in a minute I'm going to move on. Keep trying to find more. Need to find that sandstone for one, or that not sandstone, but sugarcane. So there we go. I got enough sand. I could make do with that amount of saplings wood, but I would like to have more. And I definitely want more seeds and Flora Fertilizer. Definitely want more of that. Because I think the last start, I didn't get enough Floral Fertilizer. Or I could have, got right into doing some Botania and had access to some resources and some things that would help me out quite a lot. And now that I don't have access to the copper armor early on, I gotta change up my strategy at least a little bit. Okay, 7 and 2, not bad. 30 pieces of wood. I probably should get more wood. A lot of times, what I think I like to do is cut wood until about noon, and then move around and break grass for the rest of the day until I can find all the rest of the resources I want, sand and sugarcane and such. There's my sugarcane. Oh. No, it didn't fall too bad. Didn't hit the ground too hard, I mean. Yeah, always try to break every bit of grass that you pass. Okay, there's what I really need right there. And with this, I have all of the necessary resources to, do my base. That was, that was freaky. There's some copper. This is actually not a bad spot right here. Although, I think the storm is about to attempt to suck me up into the sky. So maybe I should move away from that a little bit. Ooh, but I want that. Yeah, whoa. I could definitely tell the wind was moving me there a moment ago. A little bit. Well, I got all the things I need, so basically everything else I get for the rest of this day is bonus materials, so... Oh, that's kind of a hole. Oh, there's some free saplings. I'll take those. It's always good. Head over this direction, I guess. Looks like there's maybe a tree that decayed over there. Maybe I'll find some more free saplings. That was nice. I should be breaking grass, though, as much as possible. I need more grass to break. And you probably noticed that there's big bugs with my map up there, I think. Because I didn't reset it between restarts of the game. Whoa. Oh, we got a world load bug here. Okay. Alright, let me just quickly reload, and that should fix that, and I can cross there. But anyway, I'm just going to keep looking for materials, and then once I get to a location... Ooh, that was nice. Dropping stuff. I'll take that. Once I get to a location and dig in, I will be back. Oh, perfect opportunity. I didn't even have to go very far. There's a great wood right here. That's the other material I almost forgot to mention that you want to get on the first day, some gray wood. I don't think you need a ton of it, but you need it in order to make your wand later on. You're probably not going to want to come up and try to find it at that point. So when you see it, or when you go buy one, you want to probably try to avoid the ones that have the webs on them, because they're going to have poisonous spiders crawling out from under them. But you see, when you see one of these and you get to it, you probably want to grab up some great wood logs. At least a few. So that later on, you'll have it when you need it. If you get a sapling, that's really good, but don't count on it, because they're kind of a rare drop. So unless you concentrate on just cutting down great wood, you're probably not too likely to get a sapling. But I think later on, if you really needed one, you could probably come back out and get it. Okay, back to breaking grass. I got a little bit of time left. Well, actually, I don't got that much time left at all, actually. I need to find a place to dig in. There's some copper. Seems as likely a place as any, right? Let's see how well I did, if I'm really ready. Look at my inventory real quick. Am I really ready? I got 11 Flora Fertilizer and only 2 seeds. I would have been really happy to have more seeds. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in the allotted amount of time. Okay. I want to get up there and get that copper. Alright, well, just do this. Get rid of that. Because eventually I'm going to want to do some flax beards. Even though my system doesn't really like flax beards. And then I'm going to close that up. Whoa, darkness. Hardcore darkness. So, like, darkness can go all the way to absolute 0 in this pack. So, once you move into an unlit area, you can get really dark. So, but another thing, got in the pack, we got dynamic lighting, which my system does handle quite well. Some people's does, and some people's doesn't handle dynamic lighting well. Alright, well, now that I'm in the ground and semi-safe for the night at least, I'm going to start digging around and clear myself out a nice base, and I'll be back once that's done. Okay, folks, I'm back, and after some time I've cleared out my base, kind of similar to the last time, but a little bit bigger. I actually went for a 9x9 area this time, because Iskandar told me these could, the ethereal bloom could actually work out to a larger area. So if we look at the biome that I'm in now, it's no longer a tainted biome, it's now a plains biome, all over my base, all within the confines here. And if I come out this way, at some point it's going to change back to tainted. Yeah, see, there we go. There, it's tainted right here. So, right here is where the plane stops. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, basically 7 blocks out in every direction from the ethereal bloom should revert to, I guess, plains biome, because that's what tainted biome reverts to, I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. And before I get on to the next part, which is going to be getting my Thaumcraft research going again and stuff like that, I did clear out a nice garden down here. So I got a bigger garden this time, so now I'm actually going to be able to do my 4x4 plots. And let's talk about that real quick. I should have grabbed those books before I came down here. Let's talk about that. Since this is supposed to be a whole fresh quick start guide, I'm going to go over the books real quick. Sorry for you guys that already watched this in the previous episode, but here we go. So we've got, we start with 3 books. Now that I'm actually able to calm down and settle in a nice safe place, I can take the time to look at them. I don't recommend that you bother looking at these books until you get through your first day. you know, the first day you really want to just collect those resources outside and get stuff done. So one of the books that comes with it is all about the clockwork phase, which tells you all about the different tools and stuff that you can make with the clockworks and stuff. These are basically wind-up tools, and it seems really cool. I have not used this mod before, so I'm anxious to try it out. But it's going to take some effort because you have to make brass for it, and the process has completely changed from the previous version for making brass. Now that we have the Flaxbeard steam power, there is actual brass recipe using the proper ingredients, which is zinc and copper. Unfortunately, I don't think that there's an NEI plugin for Steamwork or Flaxbeards just yet, so it's not showing me how to make it. But trust me, you make that using Flaxbeards. We'll get to that sometime, I hope. Probably not in this quick start guide. That's for sure. The other books you get, the introduction book. This basically just tells you kind of how to proceed and what the general goal is, and also how to use your Echirion 2 book. We'll get to that here in a second as well. But this basically gives you a quick overview of the primary mods in this. The primary mods being all magic are Thaumcraft, Tanya, and Witchery. And then there's some special crafting notes in here. So basically just this telling you what you need to do is clean the taint up and how to do it, which is use ethereal blooms, silverwood, saplings to give you the pure nodes, and then the other option is the Thaumic terraforming device. Then it tells you how to get packs. It also tells you how to clean up the animals, because the only animals that spawn are tainted ones in this tainted biome. So in order to get actual animals that you can farm, you have to clean them using the Thaumic dishwasher. And there's Botania stuff. Tells you that's a nice thing to have the Clayconda, the Jaded Amaranthus, Orchid, and the Euclidaisy is definitely one that you want to pay attention to. The Euclidaisy, which gives you the essences, the ethereal essences for Thaumcraft. The Whisperweed, which gives you extra research for Thaumcraft. That's going to be really important if you're stuck in a hole and can't get out to scan stuff. And there's really not that much to scan in the world, so this is going to be important. And the Taint Thistle, which will turn the taint goo and stuff and goo gas into mana. Convert it right over into mana for you to use. Oh, and then I think there's some stuff about Witchery. It doesn't look like he's written too much. He hasn't written anything about Witchery yet. So most of this documentation is done by a guy named Shane. He's doing a real good job of it. And then this is the main book that you need to be concerned with for the achievements. This tells you the winning conditions for the game. So basically, the quest, you need to get farms. A 4x4 farm of wheat, carrots, potatoes, and melons. And you see down below, I've got the perfect space for that now. So each of these quadrants can be wheat, potatoes, carrots, and melons. So that's excellent. I don't have any melons yet, but I can I have some wheat. That's about it. I don't have carrots, potatoes yet either, so I might have to figure out how to get those. And then you also need to set up a ranch. I'm assuming that this is something I would do once I actually are able to reclaim some of the surface area and move up there. Tame a horse says it's not implemented yet, but I think you actually could have that happen because when you clear out the tainted biome, it turns back into plains, and when in the plains is where horses spawn. So you could actually get a horse maybe to spawn, unless the spawning of them is completely locked out. I don't know about that. Same with the wolf. If you got the taiga and the jungle and the ocelot. So if you have the taiga biome or the jungle biome, maybe you could use the Thaumic terraformer to get those biomes in an area, and then maybe a wolf or an ocelot would spawn there. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's completely disabled. I'm not sure. The next bit of the challenge is to remove a taint from a 4x4 chunk square. So 4 chunks by 4 chunks. So you got to remove taint from 16 chunk area. Restore at least 4 of the ancient trees. I'm not sure how to do that. I imagine that there's some kind of special recipes for that. Restore at least 4 silver woods. I believe you need to work with the pecks in order to get those saplings, maybe. And then bring back the people. You need to set up a small village with at least 4 villagers. So for that, you're gonna have to, like, I think you got to capture some villagers, some zombie villagers, and fix them, and then maybe put them in a village. And eventually, if your village gets big enough, it should spawn a golem. So there you go. That's the winning conditions. So we get all that done, we win. All right, now that I'm down here in my little future garden, you can see I've got a tree growing in the middle right now. I need to make a new axe. I used up the last of my axe on the last tree that grew down here. I've got my sugarcane growing around it. Underneath that dirt block is a water block, and that is one of the reasons I wanted to have the bucket right off the bat, because when I was digging the hole out, I didn't get lucky and run into any water pockets. I did run into a whole lot of silverfish, and that's where you can see where I patched back in the cobblestone. That's where silverfish were coming out of the walls at me. There were some out in this area too. Fortunately, like, if they got real bad, I would just go up the ladder and kill them from the ladder. So didn't do too badly with that. I do think that some of them went back into the walls, because, like, when they got really, really bad, I just went upstairs for a little bit and came back down, and they'd be gone. So I think they went back into the walls, and I probably broke them. That's probably why so much cobblestone is missing, or is been replaced there. So let's go down, take a quick look at the mine. Ooh, that makes you nervous whenever you do that. So I did a whole bunch of branch mining down here. I found a little bit of gold, a little bit of iron, not nearly as much as I was hoping. Well, there's some crystals I didn't grab yet. I've been using my wooden pick whenever I can. I'm only using the iron pick that I made when I find gold or something that requires it. I think there was iron up in there. And down here, ooh, you can see that the taint's coming into the area down here real bad. It wasn't nearly that bad last time I was down here. So when I was coming down this way, I actually found a gully cavern crevasse over there, and there's a spawner in there for creepers. It's really nasty. I managed to get back into my hole and block it off just in time. I had to kill one of the creepers that got back in this area, and I got really lucky with a drop from that creeper. Dropped a creeper heart. Then I also did some digging over that direction and ran into that same crevasse in a different spot, but I did manage to get a bit of gold out of it before I had to retreat and block it off. So yeah, there's nasty stuff over that way. Yeah, and then you can see the taints growing down filling in this area. Anyway, got a mine down here. All right, so now the next big step is to get into some Thaumcraft or some Botania. So let's go do that. First, I'm going to set up my Thaumcraft workstation. That's super important. So Thaumcraft workstation up here. You are given a scribing tools to begin with. And if you just put that on that side, there we go. Turns you into a nice research table. One of the first things you always want to research is that one right there, life, Victus, which is Aqua and Terra. And then you're going to need to do a bunch of scanning and stuff. I think for that, I'm going to need to start processing more of this iron that I got. Let me put that in there. Let me put that piece of coal that I picked up while I was down there in there. And I didn't get really lucky with the coal. I seen very little coal this playthrough, so I need to go back down there and clean out that coal deposit problem. But that's okay. I'm actually doing good with the trees this time. The first couple trees dropped saplings, so I'm up to 10 now. And apparently I picked up a greatwood sapling when I was outside, so that's awesome. And this thing over here, the emerald fragments, those drop from the which is the little the little thingies, the little, what are they called? Come out of the walls things. Anyway, my mind went blank. Let's get back to Thaumcraft. So for that, I'm going to need to get a wand. So I need some wood, and I'll need some iron to make. You see, you got to turn the iron into that. There we go. Make you some wand caps, and then have your 8. You're gonna have your 8 nuggets left over for until you lose your wand and have to make a new one. Why couldn't it be 3, huh? Why couldn't it be 3? Then you take one of your extra tables. I made 4 tables, so I'm just gonna have to do that. That's gonna turn it into my arcane work table, so I have a place to do my arcane crafting now. I'm not going to be doing any of this research on camera. I'll do that off camera. I'm also going to do my scanning off camera. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to give you a quick start guide. There we go. That's how you quick start Thaumcraft. And then you start going in, you start, well, one more thing. One more super important thing. I'm going to need to cook some wood. Gosh, I hate to do it, but, yeah, got to do it. Let me get a few more bits here. Not a big deal since I can easily get more, I think. I hope. And there we go. That's going to cook up. Then I'm going to need a little bit of glass. Get that one more there. Need some glass. Okay, so... Oh, also I need to process some of my gold. Ah, see, I didn't process any of my materials in advance. So I just got to do it real quick. So you're gonna need gold. You're gonna need to get some gold. That's what's one of the important things to get started in Thaumcraft. Some gold, so that you can make your Ohmmeter. Ohmmeter will allow you to scan stuff and learn all of the different aspects. Now, because you're kind of limited on what you can scan, where, and such. Yeah, let me pull that charcoal back out here because I don't want to waste it. Because you're limited on what you have access to scan, you are probably going to have to do a lot more research in the table than you normally would if you could just go around scanning every little thing. You know, I've just got what's in this chest. That's going to give me a little ways, and I'm going to be able to scan a good portion of things. But there's some things like soul sand and things like that that I just won't have access to, that I will have to research aspects in order to get past certain points in the tree of knowledge, I guess, in Thaumcraft knowledge. So, now that I got a piece of glass, 2 pieces of gold, and some crystals. Do I have... Yeah, earth crystals would definitely be things to use, because I picked up other earth crystals while I was mining as well. So gold, was it like this? Nope, other way around. I had it right a minute ago. There we go, Ohmmeter. And then now I can start scanning things, everything's, torches, and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to do that, like I said, I'm not going to do that on camera. There's guides out there that give you the order in which to scan and stuff, so you can scan everything. Like I said, there's some things you're just not going to have access to, so for those things you just go to the table and research them. So, oh, dang it, I forgot what I come down here. I forgot to bring the thing that I needed. And I need to make an axe, cut that tree down. So, put that away. Put all this stuff away, now that I'm not using that for a moment. And this stuff right here, Flora Fertilizer. That's what I really want. You can kind of hear it. It sounds like there's like one zombie outside, and I think he's digging through the dirt trying to get to me. Fortunately, there's stone above my head, so I don't think he can get into the base. And I still didn't make the axe. Oh well. Now that I have a bigger area, that's excellent. So I should be able to get a better chance of having 4 flowers instead of just 3. There, I only got 3. And I got some flowers. There we go. Still not the one I want, though. I need to get 2 white flowers in order to really get into Botania. So unless I get lucky, and those are light gray, they're not white. Let's try again. There's a white. All right. I just need one more of those, and I'm in business for starting Britannia. Nothing, nothing. This is super important because if I can do this... Aha, yes! Alright, so this start, I got myself enough Flora Fertilizer that I was actually able to get the flowers that I need to be able to start Britannia. So that's super important that you get lots of Floral Fertilizer before the sun goes down, and you got to take cover. So now any more that I get are just going to be bonus flowers. I might want to go ahead and grab those up. Oh, there's another white one. Excellent. And there's all my Floral Fertilizer used up. Now, I don't know if I got everything that I could possibly want, but I did get enough to get a start, which is the white ones. So, one of the things I need to do is I need to have an actual infinite water source, which is why I've been carrying around this second bucket, because I need to make an infinite water source. So there we go. I got an infinite water source now. Actually take. Oh, it. Little buggers. Oh, they're all over the place. I hear them. Oh, there's one in the wall. It'll eventually go back into a rock, I think. I hope. Oh, it don't matter. Can't get to me anyway. Basically, if they don't have aggro on anything, they will eventually crawl back into a rock. So now I take some cobblestone and a flower that I don't really need too much of. Probably the light gray. Actually, I got a lot of this. Cyan, which I'm pretty sure I don't need very much of. So, and then I can do that. Give myself some cobblestone slabs, some more cobblestone, and my mystical cyan. There we go. That's going to get you a petal apothecary. And you need that in order to do to continue in Britannia. So, let's see, that goes out 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can actually do it. Well, there we go. Well, and I'm really kind of tempting fate digging in the wall over here because I could run into some more of those silverfish. There's the word I was looking for earlier, silverfish. But iron, I need more iron because I didn't find as much iron as I was hoping to, or not as much as I found in the last playthrough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the effect of my thing stops right here. So I want to fill that area back in. So there we go. And I can do my apothecary stuff right over here, I guess. Sure, why not? So fill that with water. Oh, shoot, I need extra seeds, and I don't... Oh, wait. Didn't I pick up some pumpkins? Maybe that was a different playthrough. It was a different playthrough. That's a bummer. If you happen to get pumpkins, you happen to see pumpkins while you're running around on the first day, grab them up because they are really, really good to have because you can get lots of seeds from them and you can use them for your Britannia stuff. Well, I've only got 2 seeds, so instead of working on Britannia now, I'm going to plant my 2 seeds and start growing those. But what's going to happen as soon as I get enough extra seeds that I feel like I can start using some of those for doing Britannia stuff, I'm going to use 2 of those white flowers and take 4 white petals, because when you break down the flowers, you get 2 petals from each. Take 4 petals and an extra seed and throw that all into the petal apothecary, and I'm going to get myself a purifying daisy, which is going to allow me to start getting some living rock and living wood. And then that's going to allow me to continue down the line of Britannia study. So I think that is where I'm going to wrap this up. That's the quick start guide. So at this point, you can work on your Britannia, you can work on your Thaumcraft, relative safety if you've managed to get to this point and stay safe up to this point. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Be back next time. This is approximately where I got in the first 2 episodes in the previous version. So, next episode, and if actually I got a little bit further because I got the actual, I'm actually able to start on Britannia. So next episode, I think I will probably do maybe some guide work on Britannia and Thaumcraft and such. Let me know what you guys want to see, because I will get those comments before I actually record the next episode. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Be sure to leave a like, comment, thumbs up. Go tell Iskandar about how you feel about his pack. I think that, yeah, I have his link in the description, so to his Twitter. So until next time, I will catch you later.